but I would live. After many hours since that morning, I sighed a small sigh of relief. My injuries, while excruciatingly painful, did not require surgery. So I had the possibility to be discharged the next day. But we were not ready for what was next. As I lay in bed, trying to get some rest, my cell phone rang. It was a reporter asking me to confirm my name. I simply said I was not interested and hung up. Little did I know that the video of my attack was racing across the internet and that I was being sought out by media. The next day brought even more confusion. I was asked by police to ID my attacker, interrupting the nursing staff as we were preparing to care for my injuries at home. But home was not an immediate relief either. Upon arriving to the front of our building, we found media planted at our entrance. This required that I be brought in through a basement side entrance, one that had stairs that I was unable to climb. I had to resort to being put piggyback on one of the officers that escorted us home. Once in the apartment, the challenges continued. My name had been shared with the media. Reporters were beelining directly to our front door. My privacy was taken. We were afraid to leave the apartment, afraid of who was waiting outside or even down the hallway. Phone calls from across the globe non-stop, calling my daughter and me. Calls of cries, tears, pain, fears of my death. Everyone trying to get a piece of me as I couldn't even find my own peace. Finding comfort in sleep was a challenge due to the constant pain in my body and the flashbacks in my mind. I had to give up my independence and allow my daughter to be in my body, to carry me step by step, to feed me, to dress me, to bathe me, and to emotionally shield me from the video of my attack and the media onslaught. She became my emotional and physical guardian as I had deep fear to go outside, even accompanied, and still do to this day. As a consequence of this attack, I have fear going out alone, fear riding the subway, fear being around people, and fear will always linger. I don't know how long it will take for me to feel free again, to feel the joy of venturing out alone and exploring the city on my own without being afraid. It's as if I am a prisoner of my own fear because of his actions. Mr. Elliott, my attacker, was on parole when he committed the crime of attacking me. We have heard of so many cases like mine. I hope that our justice system does not let this cycle continue. It took months for my physical injuries to heal, but the emotional and mental injuries that the attack inflicted on me are still ongoing. To this day, I wonder, why me? Why me? I give credit to my daughter Liz for shielding me from the news and video while recuperating. She made sure that I was ready to watch it. When I finally saw it, I could not believe that it was me. It felt so surreal. I looked at the tiny woman being attacked. With tears in my eyes, I thought to myself, how could he do this to her? Those images were indelibly seared into my mind, so much so that I felt like crawling under a rock. I would wake up in the morning, crying and questioning my faith. What did I do to deserve this? What have I done? I felt the humiliation and stigma of being a victim. We have this term in Tagalog called hiya, meaning shame. I was ashamed of myself. I did not want my name to be out there, to be associated with shame. But I finally came to the realization that all shame are not equal, that being a victim is not to be ashamed of. I have done nothing wrong. A very good explanation came from a dear friend who is a priest. He said, Vilma, don't ever blame yourself. It was not your fault. It was his fault. Those words gave me comfort. I realized that all of us have stories of shame to tell. We keep them in the dark recesses of our minds and in the deepest part of our hearts, not knowing when to eventually share them. But once we let them out, we heal ourselves. It is a cathartic feeling. We cannot totally eradicate hate and violence, especially against minorities and people of color such as ours. But we can change the perception through awareness and education, through our shared stories of encounters with hate and racism. Because your stories and my story become our story as a people and as a community, which then can shed light about our pain, our struggles, our hope. And so to be invited on this 3rd anniversary of community gathering to honor the memory of those who lost their lives here in Atlanta and those whose lives have changed forever because of this tragic event, it is a great honor for me. We all share a bond that none of us wanted. We were victimized because of what we looked like, but some of us are survivors who live to see the next day. May my presence and vulnerability continue to encourage others to amplify their voices and seek justice, and to also not be afraid to share these stories. We stand together. Thank you.